What's up, everyone? This is Zelda Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we made quite a bit of a detour in order to reach the tower here in the Hateno province of Hyrule. But in the end, we did manage to eventually make our way over to the tower and then proceeded to reach Hateno Village. In this episode, since we have made it to the town, we're gonna go ahead and explore around a little bit before we actively get going with what we need to do.
Yeah.
Hello! We're at great weather! The East Wind General Store is open, and it's just as lively inside there as it is out here. Go take a look! I mean, I wouldn't exactly say it is a great day, but, you know, I'm a fan of overcast skies. Problem is that those skies aren't necessarily overcast. Those skies are closer to rain. But we have ourselves a general store right here. Oh, customer. I didn't hear you come in. Sorry about that. I trust everything is as I left it. I guess. So anyway, we have a general store here with some arrows and bomb arrows. So that's pretty nice. We have another recipe right here. Looks like rock salt, mushroom, and some wheat. Can make some very interesting rice balls. Hateno Village managed to escape the brunt of the Great Calamity, yet somehow the peace here feels so precarious. As one who's traveled and seen so much of the world, surely you must feel it too. Well, I guess. I mean, there's still monsters here. So anyway, we have Hylian rice here, so some cooking ingredients, as well as some eggs, some Endura shrooms, which temporarily increases the stamina wheel. We've got some truffles, we've got some milk, just a lot of different items that are here that we can buy. We can head up here as well if we really wanted to. There's a book right here. A recipe book. Okay, well, if we wanted to learn anything about, like, various recipes, but, again, there's not really any sort of log for recipes. So you're just kind of on your own. Over here, though, is a clothing boutique. So we have various different armors that are here as well.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Everyday clothes, armor for soldiers, we have it all at Ventest Clothing. Did you need something? You like this corner over here? Oh! Am I nestled too far in the corner? Is it hard to see me? I know it's a little bit weird, but I just feel more confident over here. Did you need anything else? Nah. So, another armor shop here. So, we have ourselves some soldier's gear. If we really wanted some. Soldier's greavers. And just a warm doublet. So, if we somehow never got it from the king, which is conceivable, you can just buy it here. You've got the look of a traveler. Is this your first time in Hateno Village? Well, you're in luck because you have a lifelong resident to show you around. No thanks. Well, fine then. Yeah, I kind of don't want to get super tutorialized with just kind of looking around the place. You've also got just the Hylian outfit here, so if you didn't buy it in, Kakariko Village, it's also here as well. Nothing much else over here, it's just, again, well, not really again, oh wow, it is raining out. Most people's shops are also just their houses, so, yeah. Looks like a bulletin board, though. Will someone please deal with the monsters at Hateno Beach? Koyen. Okay. So, apparently there's some monsters over at the beach. I think this is just a... Yeah, this is just a regular house. There's another shop over this way, though. There we go. The dye shop. And this is actually kind of an interesting shop, actually. Okay, I've got this. Screen time. You're a customer, right? Yep. On, it's a customer! Looks like he's hungry to have his clothes dyed. I'll leave it to you. So, the dye shop. Welcome! If you're looking to add some color to your wardrobe, you found the right place. How do you do? Welcome to Kochi Dye Shop, where we live to dye. If you have any dye ingredients, it's 20 rupees to dye an item. That includes our service charge, of course. Let's get going and dye your getup to the color of your choosing. So this allows you to change the colors of certain pieces of armor. So if you like a certain piece, but you kind of want to have a different color, maybe to give it a bit of a closer wardrobe match, you can do it here. I love the fact that someone so young is so interested in our unique Hateno dyes. It is indeed part of my duty to keep the young people from losing their interest in the tradition. I'll give you all the colorful details of how the magic works. Hateno dyeing is a traditional craft of Hateno Village. In days past, we'd use our own prepared dye ingredients. But these days, there's so many monsters about that it's difficult for us to gather ingredients. That's why we switch to the customer bringing us the dye ingredients, and in return, we have a small service charge. And total price is just 20 rupees. So now I'll dye your clothes to the color of your choosing. Another great day to dye that whole outfit all at once. Alright, choose the dye color or go ahead and change clothes. Okay, so we can actually straight up choose what we want to change. I'm good with my current getup. And then we have various different colors that we can use. Unfortunately, it looks like it does change all of the colors in any given outfit. Which, I don't know, it doesn't quite... Having a single color, like, doesn't quite suit me well. And then 5 ingredients, so... Basically, you have to use 5 different things, so I guess we could just use 5 flint. I'm actually kind of fine with how I currently look. But this is actually rather interesting because I believe this is the only place in the game where you can actually, well, dye your equipment. I'm not sure there's any other place in the entire game where you can change the colors of what you have. So, it's nice to have at the very least. Looks like some makeshift shrines right here. A couple people over here. Even in the rain, still gotta check everyone out. Ever stayed at the Tonpu Inn? Nope. If you're not staying there, then I'm supposed to check out everyone who comes into town. Sounds kinda weird. Your job is weird. I'm a traveler. Whatever it is you do. I know things have been peaceful recently, but the outside world is still pretty dangerous, yeah? So we gotta check and make sure any suspicious folks come around here. Beauties. If you're lucky enough to stay at the Tonpu Inn, you'll see what I mean. Say hello to Prima for me if you do. Not that she even knows who I am. This is tough. I have to give her something. What kind of gift do you think Prima at the Tonpu Inn would want? Just take a guess. It's not for me, you understand. It's for, my buddy's friend. Oh, jeez. Well, we have ourselves a quest, and I suppose we can just... Well, we can go ahead and do this real quick. Go ahead and take an apple real quick. Let's see. Where was the inn? Was it down there? Did we go past it? Actually, the inn might have been further ahead. Yeah, I was actually right by where we started. Well, damn it. Instead, all we needed to do was just walk up here. And at least I think this is what we needed to do. Nope, this is just someone's house. Never mind. But at least there's a quest right here. Evening. You look like the traveler type to me. There's something I've been waiting to show an adventurous soul, but I can't do it when it's raining like this. Okay, well, I guess we gotta wait for the rain to stop. Alright. In which case, let's head on over to the actual inn. Okay, so we need to talk to this Prima person, which I believe is you. Yeah. Thanks for coming here in the rain. Welcome to Tonpu Inn. A regular bed's 20 rupees, or if you're looking for a more relaxed experience. Okay, so yeah. Speaking to her from the counter is just the normal inn service, but if you talk to her behind the counter... Sir, did you need something from me? What do you like? Why is he asking? Whatever, I'll just say something random. I'll tell you something I really like. Crickets! It's my dream to have my very own collection of 100 restless crickets. As if. Oh, you poor soul. Let's see. There's a potlet right here. Unfortunately, I'm still kind of keeping an eye out for a traveler's sword, but I'm not sure we'll necessarily see one in town. Yeah? What is it? I talked to Prima. What, Prima told you what she wants? Prima never even talks to me. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. So then what is it? 100 restless crickets. Prima wants restless crickets? And 100 of them? What a small world. I love restless crickets. And I'm a connoisseur of them. I think that's what that word means. But catching 100 of them is going to be tough. Think you can help me get started on those? How about you get me 10 of them? And I'll get you something nice for your trouble. Okay, so now we need to get 10 restless crickets. Let's see. How many restless crickets do we have at the moment? 1. Cool. We're gonna be back to that. Maybe I can find Beetle and I can buy some off him. Anyway. I think everything else is just residential houses. Oh, looks like it stopped. The rain's stopping. In which case, before we actually head up to where our destination is, let's see if we can talk to the person who was in here. Just follow me. Okay. Well, in which case, hopefully it's not too late, because it is evening now. And, well, certain quests are just not going to be available to do during the evening. I mean, there are certain, like, the kids are all going back home, so any quests involving children isn't going to be doable. But we can find... Are we good? It's Henno. I need some time to relax. Damn it! And now it's late, so now she doesn't want to freaking talk to us about the quest. Well, damn it. Well, there's a chest over there. I mean, we do still need stuff, so... Damn it. Okay. Better idea. Let's just go over here. And just grab the... Ooh, barely. Alright. Bring it over here. Chest has... an opal. Alright, cool. Doesn't seem like there's anything else for me to get. At least that's immediately apparent. What is this? A soup ladle! Cool, I don't need to make soup. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Okay, so now that we've basically taken a look throughout Hateno, we can actually head on over to where our primary destination is. Everyone's just kind of going off to their respective homes for the evening. But we can head on over to our main destination. I say that as I immediately sidetrack to go into a windmill. Actually, I don't see anything that we can actually do from here. But we can climb it. Don't ask me how we're able to climb this. Link can just climb a ton of things. I feel like there's something to do with a Korok from here. But whatever. Well, there's someone just kind of lounging about, enjoying the evening. But I think we've kind of wasted enough time already, just kind of going through Hateno Village. Oh, hello. Hateno Pasture and the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. So where we need to head to is the Tech Lab. But we can take a look at the pasture real quick, too. Hey, you! Yes? What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me, I've just been on edge with all these monsters roaming about. They come to Hateno Beach to steal my sheep. If someone doesn't do something soon, I won't have any left. The Sheep Rustlers! Okay, so now we need to head on over to the beach in order to get rid of some monsters. Simple enough. However, again, our main destination is to head on over to the research lab. Or the ancient tech lab, I should say. I think the beach is over that way. Yeah, Hateno Beach is just over that way. So, we'll probably be back over there soon enough. In fact, that may be just the next main quest thing. And by that, I don't mean, like, main quest, but for, like, other side questy stuff. You get what I'm trying to say. We'll do that after we're done here. I swear at a distance that looked breakable. And it's starting to rain again. Or not. Okay, no, it's just windy. It looked like there was rain. But I looked down, and then it's like, that doesn't say that there's rain. Hateno Ancient Research Lab. No soliciting. Okay, well, thankfully, we are here on official business. And another sign. Ancient Tech Lab. Mind the lanterns that aren't lit. And another sign. What does this one have to say? Enter at your own risk. They love leaving all their signs out. But anyway, this is where Impa directed us to. And you'll also notice that there's something rather interesting right here. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. If the flame is blue, the furnace is hot. Do not touch. Well, it doesn't seem to be active. But you'll also notice the Sheikah symbol right here. So let's enter. Okay, rather interesting. A young girl and an older gentleman right here. Let's talk to you first. Good evening. This is the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. Do you have some business with the director? That's right. The director is in the back. A terribly busy person, that one. Please try to keep it brief. In the back? Okay. Looks like they're researching all the ancient Sheikah technology. Because we have a rune distilling machine right here. Good evening. I imagine you've never seen so many books in one place. Pretty incredible, isn't it? We've gathered all of Hyrule's known literature on ancient civilizations here. As for the actual number of books, well... Is that thing on your waist? Is that a Sheikah... There's no mistaking it. That's a real Sheikah slate, isn't it? I've never actually seen one in person. If you could just show me the runes on it, I'd be most appreciative. Stasis, magnesis, yes. The remote bomb, and cryonis. What else? Let's see. So that's it for runes, but... Huh. Strange. It doesn't seem like you have the basic runes. I don't understand why they're missing. There must be some reason. Oh, where are my manners? I nearly forgot to introduce myself. My name is Simon. You are... Link, right? Wait, how do you know my name? Lady Impus caught me up to speed. You see, we were told a young man holding a Sheikah slate will appear, and you must do all you can to help him. He will be the hope that awakens from the slumber of restoration. His name will be Link. Oh dear, I forgot to tell you something very important. Director! Listen, Miss Director, this is a real Sheikah slate! Wait, Director? Oh, that's right, I haven't introduced our Director. Miss Pura happens to be right over there. As the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab Director, Miss Pura is the world's foremost authority on ancient Hyrule culture. Really? Check it! I have the utmost respect for Miss Pura, and she's accomplished. And all she's accomplished. I'm honored to be her assistant. On that note, Link, you see, the director may look like a young girl, but, well, you know, maybe it's not my place to be telling you these things. You should just talk to Miss Pura herself. Okay, so yeah, kind of interesting that someone who looks like Futaba is the director. Then again, she is someone who looks like Futaba, and we all know how intelligent she is. Hey! Are you surprised? The director of this laboratory is not Simon, it's me! Snappity snap! Anyway, Linky, do you remember any dreams from your time in the slumber of restoration? You look like you've changed a bit in the last 100 years, but something must have happened in all that time. Well, no matter. I'm just happy you're still in one piece. Linky? What's with that look? You do still remember me, right? No, I don't remember. Really? Well, I'm so shocked I didn't know if I'll be able to recover from this. Even though, 100 years ago, I took you to the Shrine of Resurrection after Calamity Ganon fatally wounded you. Even though I was the one who put you safely in the Slumber of Restoration. Despite all that, you still don't remember me. To be fair, I don't really remember anything. As expected. After 100 years in Summer of Restoration, subject has lost all memories. Noted. Oh, sorry. I have a bad habit of taking notes rather abruptly like that. It's a charming quirk, isn't it? Anywho, you have any questions for me? Aren't you... like, just from your mannerisms, aren't you just a kid? How very rude! Or perhaps it's not rude at all. I suppose it's actually a rather logical conclusion to jump to. The truth is, I look this way because of a failed experiment. Well, I say failed, but in some ways it was a success. I mean, I documented the full affair in my diary upstairs. But the whole thing is embarrassing, so I insist you refrain from reading it. Anyway, not about that. Back to the topic at hand. Here you are after 100 years. Here to defeat Calamity Ganon, who's growing in strength with every passing moment. And to rescue our beloved Princess Zelda. That is, if you've got the courage to try. And to help the one true hero, the one and only Pura, will restore the basic functions missing from the Sheikah slate. And what do you say to that? Well, sure, if you're going to put more stuff onto my Sheikah slate. I knew you'd say that. Alrighty then. First, I need you to run an errand for me. What's with that look on your face? You didn't think I'd fix your Sheikah slate for free, did you? Well, considering I'm the great hero from 100 years ago and you remember that, I kinda thought you would. Post-Slumber of Restoration, subject is plagued by presumptuous tendencies. Noted. let me explain what this errand entails. You know the unlit furnace on the wall just outside the laboratory? Could you please bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace in town? Oh, and also use it to light our furnace? This sweet little guidance stone will start working once you do that, allowing us to restore your missing runes. Huh, I wonder why little young women these days still say things like sweet and little. No, I suppose it doesn't matter anyway. Okay then, I'm counting on you for that blue flame. Okay, so it's less of a want and more of a need. That makes a lot more sense. So, anyway, considering that she is kind of important, and it's weird that she's kind of like this, also, a farming hoe. Which is actually not bad considering, ow, stairs. Considering our current weapon. Oh, well, whatever. That, for whatever reason, isn't a door. Not entirely sure why that is. But we got a door right here. Which I believe this is Simon's room. I think Perrin's is at the top. Oh, that's the mood. I was wondering, it's like, what the heck is that? Also, there's a shrine out in the distance. Is that the... That is the shrine. Somehow I missed it, though. Alright, let's get rid of that. And go in through here. Classified diary for anti-aging room. Classified for Purra's eyes only. Let's go ahead and read. Date, question mark, question mark, question mark. Work has finally begun on my anti-aging rune. If all goes to plan, I believe it will effectively reverse the aging process. This technology will enable us to make retired warriors young again, thereby strengthening the Hyrulean army. When Calamity Ganon inevitably returns, we'll be ready. Our offensive will be solid and our defense impenetrable. The need for this tech pains me, but I truly hope to use it to attain everlasting peace for all. Date, question mark, question mark, question mark. The beta version of my anti-aging rune is complete. I've already added it to the Sheikah slate I made for myself. Since I am to be the test subject for this experiment, Simon booted up the rune and directed its rays at my body. After 20 seconds of exposure, I felt extreme fatigue and broke into a fever, forcing us to cease the experiment. Unable to stay awake, I went to bed immediately. Tomorrow, I will try to figure out what went awry. Anti-aging experiment trial, day 2. My extreme full body fatigue was slightly improved, for which I am grateful. Still, I do not recognize the face in my mirror. My hair is thick again and floor length. My wrinkles, once deep as trenches, have vanished without a trace. It seems the anti-aging effect works. However, I did not expect the reversal to happen so frighteningly fast. This morning, I kicked Simon awake and had him run a full physical exam on me. My height, weight, vision, bone density, heart, blood, we tested everything we could, pushing our facility to its limit. Our discoveries were startling. My results were typical of a Sheikah woman in her early 50s. In other words, I reversed my age by more than 70 years in a single night. I can only hope I do not awaken to find to have a body of a newborn baby. Next page. Anti-aging experimental trial, day 3. I awoke from an abundance of energy. It's been decades since I slept so well. Upon awaking, I immediately checked the mirror, only to be greeted by a useful version of myself. According to Simon's examination, I have the body of a Sheikah woman in her 30s. 30 years old. I was around that age when I was first able to continue my research following the Great Calamity. The first thing I did was try to figure out how to expand the functionality of the Sheikah sensor. I was around 80 years old when that expansion was completed. I intend to bequeath this tech to our sleeping hero. I hope to the gods that he will be able to assist in the destruction of Calamity that swallowed our Princess Zelda whole. Anti-aging experiment trial, day 4. After today's routine physical, the results show that I had the body of a Sheikah woman in her 20s. I haven't felt this good in a century. This is all taking me back to when the Great Calamity happened. Ganon had been dormant for 10,000 years. Perhaps this power had been building all that time. The slaughter that followed was arbitrary and merciless. The destruction complete. We lost everything. Hyrule Castle, Princess Zelda. Well, perhaps not everything was lost. A youth named Link was brought to me 100 years ago, covered in wounds and on death's doorstep. Link, so young yet so courageous. He was the youngest knight to have ever been appointed to the Imperial Guard at Hyrule Castle. He was also a gifted swordsman who was selected as captain of Princess Zelda's personal guard. I thought his skills would be enough to defeat Ganon in glorious fashion. Since ancient times, the royal family of Hyrule and us Sheikah researchers have had a strong bond. Their pain is our own. We took the swordsman and the Sheikah slate Princess Zelda left behind to the Shrine of Resurrection. Although Slumber of Resurrection had not been fully tested, we decided to put the swordsman under to save his life. It was the best we could do. Anti-Ancient Experiment Trial, Day 5. I woke to something horrifying! A scarlet lump scarring my otherwise youthful face! After analyzing this monstrosity, I've come to a conclusion that it's just a pimple. A big one. The results of today's physical exam indicate that my body and mind have been reverted to those of a teenager. I feel like Simon looks at me differently, which irritates me. I got angry when he insisted on running my blood tests for me. I mean, really, what even? I can do it all by myself. In any case, I wonder what experiment I should focus on next. The blue flame in the furnace outside is growing weaker by the day. I do hope the guidance stone does stop working. Day 6. My age reversal has progressed further still! I now look and feel like a 6-year-old! My height has regressed so much that I can no longer reach things in high places! Oh, it's super annoying! Where is that genius swordsman we placed in the Slumber of Restoration anyway? Wake up already! If he doesn't awaken soon, my feature expansions to the Sheikah sensor will go to waste. But even if he does manage to wake up, how can I be sure he'll find me here? I just want to go and just kick Linky awake. But I doubt Simon would help me. It'd be hard for my 6-year-old body anyway. Instead, I think I'll begin working on a rune to unreverse my aging process. Day 7. This morning's exam results indicate that I am still age 6. Same as yesterday. Perhaps my age reversal stopped. As luck would have it, today I also finished developing the beta version of an age-boosting rune. If successful, this should be able to reverse the effects of the anti-aging rune. I hope it will, anyway. All I need to do is increase the output and expose myself to its rays. However, when I tried to add this feature to the Sheikah slate I made, I found that the guidance stone had stopped. What's more, the blue flame in the furnace outside's gone out. I sent Simon to the ancient furnace, but he was so clumsy and it was raining and nothing went to plan. So I had to go down there to help, but a girl in the village saw me. Oh, what a mess I've made. Not only am I unable to continue my research in this state, I can only work by the light of gas lamps. Ugh, what to do? So yeah, all of the problems have been due to an ancient, or, anti-aging rune. Which then proceeded to backfire. Also, you can see that there's a shrine just out in the middle of the water. I'm gonna put a beacon right there. But we do have our goal. We need to find... Gotcha! We need to manage to get the flame back over here to the furnace. So that is going to be our next destination. And we can see the furnace right over there. Or at least the ancient furnace. So we've got a bit of a ways to travel, but... Oh, hey, a raft and a lone island over there. I wonder if that will be useful for something. So anyway, we need to manage to take this blue flame over here and get it on over to the main research facility. I believe, though, we need... I do not have a torch. We need a torch for this. Or at least something to set on fire. Okay. And thankfully, we can also just light up these lamps over here. And this is actually rather helpful, since this will also allow us to basically put all of the lamps, damn it, I wanted to get that frog. This will also just light up all of the lamps within town as well. So, what's helpful is that we don't necessarily need to go all the way back to the furnace. We can just light all these up, and then we'll have some sort of shortcut. Plus, we'll have a dedicated fire source. Not seeing... And there goes the club. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Totally saw it coming, though. Pick up. Ow. I didn't do it, I swear. Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't have a torch on me. And this is why I always try to keep, like, torches and everything. I try to keep some of the more essential items on hand. Because trying to find them otherwise is... jeez. Is a bit iffy. Some ducks over there. Unfortunately, the person that we wanted to talk to for that quest is also running away. I don't really have anything else that would be particularly useful in this situation. Cool. I mean, I've at least got some of these lit, which is all fine and dandy, but I do need a torch. And it's just a shame that, like, it's honestly kind of hard to... Wow, really? It's honestly kind of hard to find, like, torches just kind of scattered about. Because you can't really buy anything that remotely resembles a weapon. So, it's a little bit of a shame that. Also. Looks like some barrels. Not quite sure about that. But I do need to continue onward. So if I could find some sort of torch. Or just, like, anything wooden that I can use to just burn. That would be greatly appreciative. Yoink. But I'm not sure where I can find a torch. Oh, hey, a broom. Or a mop. Actually, I wonder. This is gonna be stupid if this works. I am thinking of just kind of going back to one of the stables and maybe seeing if I can find a torch scattered around there. There might be one over at the Dueling Peaks stable. But I am going to try something. Actually, considering how much it rains here, I'm actually not entirely sure if this is gonna work. But I can try. I'm not sure this mop works. Alright, in which case, I'm just gonna go back to the Dueling Peaks stable and see if I can try to find a torch there to continue my efforts. Well, thankfully I was right in my assumption. There was a torch there. I also sold a few things, and I also bought 5 Restless Crickets from Beetle. So, now I'm at 6. Which is really nice, because we still need 4 more. And she's running again. Great. Oh, that's just a pot lid. Link! Okay. Now, there's a reason why I always like to carry a torch on me. Looks like there's a Hylian shroom right there. Link? I'm not sure if I can't do this because it's raining, or if this just isn't a way to go and do this. I am not sure. Kids. Anyway. Well, I suppose I could just head on over to the furnace itself, but I feel as though, like, the point of these little, like, spots here is that they are just meant to be checkpoints. But I can go from the main one. If my torch becomes extinguished, well, then we'll know that it is entirely because of the rain. Yeah, it's the rain. Okay, well, it looks like the rain's, like, subsiding. So, I can go where I'm supposed to be. Unfortunately, big problem is that weather effects come and go. Another problem, you don't have the Song of Storms. So, there's not really a whole lot you can do about that. But I'm just gonna wait for the rain to stop. Because it should stop soon. Well, I got a random lizard. Had to do something to pass the time. Alright, cool. So, now that we have this, plus an actual torch, so that way this can actually last longer, we can make our way back up to the facility and hopefully light this furnace. Once we get that done, I think we're probably good to call it a day. So, go ahead and light that up. And again, just kind of lighting up all these beacons. Should be good just to relight everything. Someone just kind of enjoying the scenery. Not that I blame her. That'd be nice to actually grab some of these, like, insects that are flying about. But there's only so much you can do. And I'm not sure that I can really do this while on my horse either. I'm not sure how effective it would be to ride Hinawa while doing this. Kid seems to be a little bit preoccupied. It's also not a good idea to run. Running will, I believe, immediately extinguish anything that you have lit, plus sheath your weapon. So, we can only go at this speed! Hooray! At least it's not raining, though. That's the good thing. Still, we're almost done here. So, all we have to do is just bring this back up and light the furnace. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab is now set as a travel gate. So, basically, it's a teleport spot. So yes, that wasn't just for show. This is a legit teleport spot now. Which is really nice, though maybe slightly redundant. But if we need to come back specifically to the research lab, we do have a way of doing so. as opposed to just the Hateno village. You read it, didn't you? Yeah, I read it. Well, I commend your honesty. Still, it is never acceptable to rummage through a young lady's private musings. Got it? Naturally, you shall be punished for that. Switch on! What? I completely deleted data on your Sheikah slate. Go on, take a look. Gotcha! Oh, did you like my Guidance Stone impression? Superb, right? Don't young girls do mean impressions for fun? Maybe not. No, well. So, yeah, by reading her diary and talking to her, she will be fully aware of it. Snap! Linky! Oh, thank you so much! Now then, take a look over there. The Guidance Stone must be starting to react. There's nothing mysterious about that. This is pure science. My sweet little Guidance Stone, you sure know how to make this old researcher's heart flutter. Well then, let's go ahead and restore those Sheikah slate runes for you. Give me a nice snap. Go on, no time to be shy about it. Snap. Nice one. Okay then, Sheikah slate repair underway. Guidance Stone lock remove. Now, let's do this thing. Camera, Hyrule Compendium, and album missing files confirmed. So our last rune was the camera rune, which allows us to take any number of pictures that will then be put into the Hyrule Compendium. In addition, we have any number of things added here. And it's done! So, is it all fixed up now? Let's see here. Which one is it? Camera, Hyrule Compendium, album. Yep, looks good. So, I know this is sudden, but hear me out. Take a picture of me with the camera! Oh, and don't forget to let me see it. So, a little bit of a tutorial for the camera. Go ahead and put it up. Examine what it is that you want to take a picture of, and then snap. Go ahead and save it. And then we show it to Purah. Hey! How's the picture taking going? Did you get a cute picture of me with the camera? Yep. Ooh, I can't wait to see it. Let me see, let me see. My, who is this beautiful young creature? Huh? Oh, I guess that's my cue. Sorry, I kind of lost it there. It wasn't on purpose. It's not just a pretty girl in these images. Yes, there are also some old landscape photos stored in the album. I knew Princess Zelda made frequent use of the camera feature, but this... Hey, Linky, it dawns on me that you were Princess Zelda's appointed knight, which means... there's a strong possibility that you accompanied her to all the places where these pictures were taken. Oh, right, the lost memory thing could prove troublesome. Oh, but don't lose hope. It just means these pictures could be the missing piece to help restore your lost memories. If my hunch is correct, I suggest you check in with Impa. She knows more about Princess Zelda than even I do. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I need from you. You don't have to worry about this until after you see Impa, but I want you to bring me back some ancient materials. Bring them either to me or to Robbie at the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. As if my joy were enough, if you bring us ancient materials, we'll give you something good as a reward. Alright, let's do this. So there we go. Now our objective is to go back to Impa. So, what we have here... So we have the camera function, which we already saw, but we also have a photo album, along with a bunch of pictures here that show various pictures of different places within Hyrule. These are all very important for a certain subset of quests. But we won't know exactly what purpose these serve until we go and talk to Impa. And of course, we also just have our regular pictures afterwards. And then we have the Hyrule Compendium. So the Compendium is basically a photograph of every single type of item in the game. And not just item. We have various creatures, such as like horses and dogs, ducks, birds. Various monsters that we can fight. I'm not sure if bosses count for these. Various materials as well. Various equipment like swords and shields, bows, and various treasures. So this is a side quest then. Which would be giving Pura, or wherever the Akala Research Center is, giving them ancient materials. Aha, I'm glad you asked. If you're bringing some ancient materials, I'll power up your runes. You need 3 ancient screws to power up your Sheikah sensor. 3 ancient shafts to power up your bombs. 3 ancient cores for stasis. If we're on the same page, stop staring at me. Hurry up and bring me some ancient materials. So, I'm not entirely sure exactly... Oh, there's a freaking torch up here. But this also gives me a chance to demonstrate the compendium. So, if you examine a certain item, you can take a picture of it. You can save it, and then it adds that item to the compendium. You can also hit X to make Link take a selfie. And by holding up the different poses, or the control stick, you can make Link do all sorts of crazy poses. But should also be noted, do the self-portrait and examine Link from here. Any sort of shield, and I believe also weapons as well, if you get it just right, can also be taken like this. So we can take a picture of the shield while it's on our back, and it can also be added to the compendium. Now, we don't necessarily need to keep these in the album afterward, because we can only carry up to 48 pictures. So we can go ahead and delete those. But those items will still be kept in the compendium. I'm not entirely sure if I really want to go and do everything in the compendium. I mean, I typically do compendium stuff when it comes to Persona, but that's maybe a little bit different. I will try to go out of my way to get done with as much as possible, and maybe by the end of the game, we might be able to do everything. I did say I'd try to do 100% aside from Korok seeds. So I might do this. I'm not 100% sure if I'm committed to do this, but I'll go ahead and just kind of fill this out throughout the course of the game. And maybe towards the end, we'll actually just do a push to try to finish everything. But at any rate, now's about as good a time as I need to call it a day. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. We have ourselves a next destination with our Sheikah slate all, well, good to go. We can go ahead and head back to Impa and see what exactly go ahead and see what exactly that photo album meant. Zelda had all sorts of pictures that were there, but what exactly they mean is going to be another question entirely. So we'll head back to Kakariko Village and go and do that. And of course, anytime there's a lot of things that are here. Ooh, a sun shroom. Bit different from your regular Hylian shroom. Anyway, there's a lot of things to take pictures of, so having the camera out for the time being might be in our best interest to try to help fill out the compendium. But whatever. Our next goal is to go and talk to Impa. We did also hear something about monsters at Hateno Beach, so we might try to do that before heading on over to Impa. But at any rate, we're gonna see what we can do about, well, figuring out what exactly these pictures mean. So until next time, everyone, take care.